Today on the show, I'm getting candid with Ms. Kelly Rowland. It is a wide-ranging interview in which she delivered quite a few nuggets, including what advice did Beyonce have for her recent tour and what changes she wanted to make. But from Destiny's Child to an amazing solo career and impressive acting career, Kelly has carved out an incredible path of her own. She reunited with Destiny's Child last summer in Las Vegas, and she told me how that came about. She went on her first tour in years along with Brandy and Monica, and now she has a brand new romantic comedy on Amazon Prime that quickly became the #1 movie on the streaming network.
Jared Roy graduated magna cum laude from Harvard, known as the Prince of Primetime, a nickname he may or may not have given himself, has almost 2 decades in nightly news under his belt, and here he is.
Wow. Thank you for that glowing intro, Leah. It's good to see you.
Okay. Leah, you never mentioned that you two knew each other.
We, barely. It was a long time ago.
Okay. I'm gonna give Jarrett the tour, and then he can stop by your office.
It's the corner one with the sick view.
Let's go this way.
So how tall are you? About 6'3".
Wow.
That has got to be the finest man who was not on Air Talent.
I am shook. Where is the Victorian era fainted couch when you need it?
Whose team are you guys on?
Yours.
Obviously.
But those soulful eyes, that chiseled jawline, and those washboard abs.
How did you see his abs?
I created a finsta and deep creeped his feed like any self-respecting human.
I'm gonna see a visual.
4, 3. All right, well, joining me right now, Ms. Kelly Rowland. Kelly, so nice to see you.
It's so nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I was telling so many people that we were going to sit down and interview, and so many people were like, she's like the best friend in our head.
Oh, well, hello, best friend.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Bestie? Good
What's up, Bestie?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
But I think part of it is, you know, you have millions and millions of followers. You have been on the world stage for quite some time. You've done movies. You've done so much. But yet, there are these simple moments like you in Times Square yesterday taking photos and videos of your billboard in Times Square.
Yes.
That would be us.
Yes.
Why do you still kind of pinch yourself when you do that?
Absolutely, because goodness, I've been doing this since I was 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, and you're only 21.
I mean? Sure. And I feel like every moment I'm grateful for.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't have to be here, but because God made a way, everyone out there is super supportive. Here I am years later, and I still get to have a billboard in Times Square. Like that's I'm grateful.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what that gratitude does bring you more and more of those moments. I think,
thank you.
without a doubt.
Thank you.
But congratulations. The movie is great. It's a lot of fun. I'm not traditionally a romantic comedy type person.
You're not?
No, I've got commitment
Sci-fi.
issues.
Sci-fi? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, even though I'm in a 14-year relationship, but whatever.
Okay.
But but
That doesn't sound like a commitment issue, but 14 years is a long time.
It's the world's longest one-night stand, let me tell you.
This is
I wrote this book to be able to help people.
good.
Really good. Well done, Quentin.
Thanks. Yeah, I used both sets of your notes and made them work together. To be honest, they were pretty complimentary.
What you realize when you watch the movie is it's the relationship that Leah has with herself, the relationship that she needs to rekindle, her relationship with grief, her relationship with control, you know, and just trying to figure out her footing in all of it. You know what I mean? Because I think she's a woman that's constantly evolving. And of course, like she says, I want to break the glass ceiling and all these things. She has all these goals, but she has to figure out like where she actually sits and fits in relationship, if it's something for her. And I like that, of course, like the story is not just about Leah, it's about Jared and his relationship goals, what they look like.
Yeah.
Brenda and Treese and what their relationship goals look like. And it just literally is the gift that keeps on giving for me every time I watch it. Because I watched it again last night.
Did you really?
I did. And I was like, oh my God, I found another nugget. You know what I mean? Not when she says, I'm a nugget, but it's like so many other parts in there that are just real gems, you know?
And are there parts that surprise you that you still kind of see, or like, oh, that's actually really good?
Absolutely, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
It's like little gems in there. And stuff, honestly, I wish I would have heard when I was 20. Like, I wish I would have heard to not write the list down at 20. Although me and Pastor Michael Todd actually went back and forth about this. I'm like, but you need a list. And he was like, no, you don't. Because he says 9 times out of 10, what you have on your list is what you want. It's not necessarily what you need.
Ooh.
That's good.
That's
Let
deep.
it simmer.
That's just gonna simmer
Let it
for a little
simmer.
bit. For a
Yes.
little bit.
Yes.
What would be on your list now?
My list, I mean, I got it.
You already got it.
I got
She got
it.
a man.
I got it. But I mean, like, if I were single now, I'd want somebody who is kind, who does have a great relationship with God and faith, has believes in a higher being. I think that's really important.
Bank account? Bank account?
You know what? A bank account is really important, but
Okay.
goals are too. And your work ethic and work towards your goal is important to me. You know what I mean? I think that if you have a plan and a strategy and a goal, and you're financially responsible, I think those are things to really look forward to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I think that you always look at, like, some of my girlfriends that I know, I love them dearly, not judging you because I know y'all watching this. Like, it'll be the 6-figure, 7-figure situation. You know what I mean? Which is, it's glorious, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But what if you get somebody who has that, but they don't know how to manage it? They are bad at saving. They owe a lot to the IRS. You just don't know what is happening.
Yeah.
So I think that, like, be specific about what you need.
And this movie kind of hits on that theme, but a lot of relationships, or relationships, as a lot of people would say, that people are dealing with.
Yeah.
And you have the ex that circles back.
Yes.
And it comes back into your life.
Yeah.
You have the relationship where he is commitment prone, where you're in this relationship for 6 years or so. I'm looking at you, Brianna, and he still hasn't proposed or put a ring on it. It really kind of reflects a lot of what people are going through nowadays, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And I think that, you know, you said relationship, or they call it relationship.
Shit.
Yeah, relationship. Everybody brings their shit into a relationship, pardon my French. So it's not just one-sided. I think that sometimes, like, and I'm guilty of this too, like, you know, when I first got into a relationship, I was bringing stuff in, you know what I mean? And like Devon Franklin says, the producer of the film, he says, you know, when you open yourself up to a relationship and love, you're opening good things and you're opening bad things as well, or things that you need to fix. And you need to allow people to actually be human. I think that nowadays, like, we either are struggling with communication, we don't know how to say certain things, and we deserve to know how. You know, like, I've been in, like, the most amazing therapy for 4 years straight, and I talk to someone every week, and every week I have something new to figure out and something new to discover about myself, whether it be good or bad, and I'm okay with that because I'm not perfect, you know what I mean? I have my trauma, my drawbacks, my things that I need to work on, my communication issues, my daddy issues. Like, I can put my hand up like this and it start to do it.
It's a whole bunch
you know
of
what
red
I mean?
flags.
It's a whole bunch of things that people would actually, guys would be like, that's a big red flag. But as long as I am focused on trying to fix it, that's a great goal and a good relationship with myself. So my relationship goal with myself is just trying to be the best version of myself every day.
I understand that.
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yeah.
You've been out of the game since, what, 2014?
That is correct.
When you got married.
Yes.
And we kind of hinted on it right now. Can you imagine being single in this day and age right now?
I would think that it was a little bit more of a challenge because of social media, because of boundaries. It seems like boundaries seems like a real thing these days. You know what I mean? Yeah, boundaries or lack thereof.
It's hard to.
You know what I mean? And because there are so many women to men, that makes it tricky as well. You know what I mean?
I mean, it depends on the city.
Yeah, it's
and I have a lot of single friends in Atlanta trying to find, you know, a good man to date, and
they will, because to me, I think what you think you become, what you speak you become.
Yeah.
And what you speak actually happens. So I think that, you know, we've also let so much negativity, I mean, we can't help ourselves. We are naturally, supposedly, like, gravitated towards negativity, which I think is just crazy. So you're constantly having to talk yourself out of that stuff. Like every day I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a good day. The news is on. Oh my God, it's a terrible day. But then you just have to backtrack and be like, no, it's a good day.
It's
you
a
know
good
what
day.
I mean?
Listen,
it's a good day.
you got a
'cause-
billboard.
Yes.
You know.
But it's not
your
just that. I'm
family's healthy.
breathing. My family is
Yes.
healthy. We have our home. Like
Yes.
start with the small stuff, because when you start with the small stuff, I got this from Janae Aiko. She says you start with the small stuff, you can actually appreciate the bigger things. Like you start with the small stuff. Like you appreciate and see those.
Well, that's what Magic Mushroom taught me. It made you appreciate the fine lines in
Yes.
everything that you would see,
Yes.
and appreciate that. And
Yes.
then once you emerge from those journeys, you can appreciate all of the big things,
yeah.
all of the gifts that are around you.
Oh, morning. Are you sneaking out?
Yes, this was a huge mistake.
Okay, don't do this, Leah. Don't run. You're scared and you're shutting down. Don't do it. You and I could have something real.
Because you've changed? No one changes, not at the core of who they are.
I'm not the man that I was back then.
We drank too much, and this never should have happened.
You can't say that.
Why? What chapter is this in the book?
Okay, I hear you. But let's talk about it.
No. Oh. And put those away.
My abs?
Yes.
What's a gift that you think people will get from this movie and kind of give them as they go about their relationship goals?
Joy.
Joy.
I love the idea of joy, possibility, and I really feel like they'll see themselves. I pray that they see themselves in this movie, or even like a different version. You know what I mean? And say, either I'm going to fix my aim, or I'm walking a really good line right now, and this encouraged me and confirmed that I am. You know what I mean? I love that.
I want to get your sense on, you know, if you were dating nowadays, you wouldn't be on an app, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Some of my friends make it look real fun.
How familiar are you with the apps? Like, do you know Hinge?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you know about it?
The swipe thing. They all swipe, right? I just think the looking part is fun. The looking part seems to be rather fun. I'm like, oh, he's cute. And she's like, yeah, but look at such and such. Like, you know, all the extra tidbits that you get. Yeah.
Do you know Raya?
That's the entertainment
Yes,
one, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Grinder?
I heard about Grindr. Grindr, I heard, is just for fun. Is that correct?
No, that's what Sniffies is for. Sniffies is like, what are you doing in the next 2 minutes?
No!
Yes.
Oh, sorry, that was loud.
Yeah.
No.
No, Sniffies is like literally, are you down the hall?
Wow.
Grinders, you know, they'll give you a couple hours.
Oh!
If you're in
Okay.
the area.
Okay.
J-Date,
No, what's that?
it's for Jewish folks trying to get another
Okay.
farmers only.
Okay. No, I've heard of farmers only. That's all just farmers.
Yes, exactly.
That is so cute.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you, I don't know, if you're trying to sow some weeds or whatever it might be. Who would you say is your celebrity hall pass?
What's a hall pass? Oh, the hall. Oh, a hall pass.
A hall pass.
A celebrity hall pass. I'm thinking.
Wow, you've never thought about it.
No.
That's great. Or you've already had them.
No. 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 A celebrity hall pass would have to be, I think, oh, what is his, he's just as chocolate as ever.
Chocolate as ever.
But him and my husband hang out.
Oh.
And that just great.
Is he
wonderful.
light? Is he light skinned?
No. What is this? Why am I having a blank?
Yvette Wilton.
Damson Idris.
Ah, he's very chocolate.
He's very chocolate.
He is very chocolate.
Yes, my husband is milk chocolate. He is dark chocolate.
Yep.
Yes.
No.
I like the
Okay.
Chocolate Brothers.
Can we talk about music for a second?
Well, yeah, you leading this. Asking me my hall passes and shit. I had to tell you. I mean, it was a question. You asked me a question. Go ahead. He asked me a question, honey.
So you went on tour for the first time in several years.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I saw you posted afterwards saying like it felt good.
Yes, it did.
Like, so are you gonna get back in the studio?
I mean, I'm in the studio now.
You
I mean,
are?
not right now. I'm talking to
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm in the studio, like literally, when you don't see me, I'm in the studio, and it is a journey. It's fun, and the studio is like discovery all
Yeah.
the time. So yeah,
And
I want to be back on the stage with new music.
so what comes out first? Your new music or Act 3?
Oh, we'll see. Not gonna say too much, because when I talk too much, y'all hold me like with a knife to my neck. Everybody's like, when is it coming?
Did you see Yvette's face off to the side?
Man.
But we can expect new music from you soon, and then
Absolutely.
you're going to get back out on the road.
Absolutely. Yeah, and as Cliff and I did actually a song for the soundtrack,
I heard it.
which is complicated. And we made it wrote it from Leah's perspective and just
Yeah.
talked about how complicated relationships are.
With your new music, if there's a female rapper you would like to work with, who would it be?
I don't know. I really, really love Cardi. I love Meg. I love Doechii.
Doechie's great.
I love Doechii. I love them because they are women's women. I love them because they are pro-women. They support each other. And that's what I know. That's what I've grown up learning, what I've grown up knowing. And I stand up for us.
Yeah.
And I'm not about division, nor will I ever be. And that's what it's about, period.
Great. Just a couple more questions.
Yes.
Because I follow you on Instagram, and I noticed that you're not shy in saying this is wrong in the world or whatever, or even with reposts. How important would you say it is for artists to speak up about?
Man, the Grammys made me so proud.
Did it?
The Grammys made me so proud. Between pins and, the fact that I watched artists be nervous and still say something because of the temperature in this country right now. And they know what that risk is, and they were still willing to take it. It is a time of renaissance. It's a time of coming together, and the way the music industry came together that night to speak up and to be that powerful, it actually made me tear up.
Did it really?
It made me tear up because that is a very vulnerable position to be in. But the fact that like there are lines, of course, as an artist that are privileged, but you don't know what can happen,
Yeah.
So it was quite a risk.
Michelle was saying on the podcast that Beyonce saw your tour and had some notes. Did she?
Yes.
What were the notes?
I mean, by the way, she's the queen of perfection.
Really?
So literally, it was just like, can you try? You know what I mean? You have to remember, like, I'm so grateful to be surrounded by greats. Like,
You're among the greats yourself.
Yeah, thank you. So, I got her, I got Jay, I got Dream, I got all these wonderful artists and people with vision around me. And if they say something can be better, I'm like, oh, that's a good point. Let me write that down.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And figure out how to make the world even better for everyone coming to watch it.
Was there one distinct thing that we can see that was a definite change?
Lighting.
The lighting.
Yes.
Really?
Lighting. She is the queen of lighting.
Wow.
Yeah, the queen of lighting.
Okay. She said, let's make some changes with this lighting.
Yes. Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So I was in Vegas for the reunion,
Uh-huh.
which was...
You were in Vegas.
I was in Vegas.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
What don't we know that took place behind the scenes about that?
Michelle and I were told at 11 that morning, no, noon, noon. She was like, yeah, first of all, me and Michelle knew we were going to come. It was our
Yes, of
sister's last
course.
show, like, you know, for Cowboy Carter. And so we get there, and we get there early, you know, when she's like, you know, getting ready and stuff. And then she's like, what if y'all came on stage tonight?
Get out of here. The day of?
The day of.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Giselle, honey.
That's Giselle.
That's Giselle.
Did you rehearse at all?
Of course, that's Giselle. Giselle is the queen of practice. Yes.
So between 11 o'clock and, is that why y'all were late on stage?
Were we late?
Well, B was a little late. We were waiting around. We're like, what is going on?
No, I think she wanted the lighting to be perfect. It was still sun up. Like you had to get the full show.
Yes.
She, like, I just say this one thing, I'm sorry. She cares about your experience. She cares about everybody that buys a ticket. It's so impressive to watch. She cares about everybody's experience at that show. No matter where you sit, where you are, she wants you to see, feel everything. She don't hold back on nothing because she wants your experience to be top-notch every time.
Wow.
I respect her so much.
It was an incredible moment. And then to see the transition
Yeah.
where Blue came up.
I know. I know.
But you know, you have like a music history in your own family, right?
Yes,
Lena
yes.
Horne, I believe.
Well, I just found that out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I met my dad after not seeing him for 33 years of my life.
Uh-huh.
And when I met him again, he said, well, you know, your grandma sang. My mouth could have dropped on the floor like
Had
a
no
cartoon.
idea.
I had no idea. And so he's like, your grandma sang background for Lena Horne and Count Basie. And I was about to say, are you pulling my leg? But I knew he was so honest.
Yeah.
And my grandmother sang, like how cool. I didn't get to meet her, but I get to fulfill her wildest
Yes.
dreams because he said that when she became pregnant with him, like she couldn't do as much, you know? So I feel like I'm my grandmother's wildest dream.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The ancestors are coming through.
Hold that right here, Fred. Looking right here. Kelly, looking right here in this camera.
Kelly, Miss Rowland, Miss Rowland.
And Kelly, let's get you one more. Kelly, one more time.
One more quick question. 106 in Park. You remember way back when?
I can't believe you even asked me that. I'm
You
about to get up and walk away.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Actually, my phone's going out.
Oh,
Actually,
well, look at that. Your phone is ringing.
Can we settle this for once? You finally have a response.
Am I attached to this chair?
I think Nellie's finally responds. Even on XL, do you want to read it?
It's taking everything in me not to throw this across the room.
You threw it during the video, so it's okay.
Hey, Kelly, hey, boo, why you tripping? You know what I realized? Words like tripping and fronting are really wrong.
Well, they're from.
Why you fronting when you know you really want it? Why you tripping, boo? That's hilarious.
Kelly, thank you.
This was fun.
This was fun.
We should do this more often.
Could you just like, out of frustration, just like close it the way you did?
We have to preserve it. It's like a time capsule.
I know, it really is. Man, that took a lot of work to get that.
Wow. Can you make the sound again? How'd you do that?
I don't know how to. Oh, we use my cell phone.
Oh, wow.
Because I couldn't get the sound on it. But the Excel?
It's not in English.
No. I got it in Italy.
Oh, well, no wonder. That's really fly.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
That was
it.
fun.
Miss Kelly Rowland. So I've had Matthew Knowles, Tina Knowles, Michelle Williams, and now Kelly Rowland. One of my producers said it's like I'm collecting the infinity stones of Beyonce, which I guess I kind of am. All right, Kelly was so cool. And Relationship Goals is a fun watch on Prime Video right now. That'll do it for the show. I'll see you next time.